Hey, I don't even know how to do an introduction properly, but um, this is a podcast of some kind, right? I'm you know I'm a developer, or I'm an artisan, or I don't know what I call myself. I make hair butter. I make a hair product, and in the first episode I was talking about how what motivated me to start, and it was mainly due to my own worries about losing my hair. But I don't worry about losing my hair anymore, because worrying only makes you lose more hair. So, before, my initial um, investigation was how to cure hair loss topically, but eventually I found out that you can't really cure hair loss topically. Um, it's not really that simple, you know. It's a holistic approach, and the best you might do is to preserve the hair that you have. So there are products out there that will bring your hair back. Minoxidil is a topical one, and then there's another one called Finasteride. So I jotted down some notes. Okay, so Finasteride was originally developed for chemical castration, and that might explain why it has some side effects when it comes to it might cause erectile dysfunction when you take it. So it was originally developed for chemical castration, and it stops hair loss in 90% of men. That stops it, so it preserves, whatever hair you have in 90% of men. It reverses hair loss for 75% of men. So 75% of men um, who have hair loss will see new hair growth by using finasteride. It's a 5-alpha reductase inhibitor, which means that it blocks a form of testosterone in your body that is widely understood to cause hair loss. Some people are afraid. And then, okay, the hormone part, I'm kind of confused a little bit on, because sometimes people talk about 5-alpha reductase inhibitor, and some people refer to DHT. So it also prevents testosterone from becoming DHT. And I'm not a scientist. Well, I'm an engineer, but I'm not a chemical engineer or a biologist, or bioengineer. Finasteride also helps to fight enlarged prostate. Um, so you see, it definitely has an effect on your reproductive system. Um, you get your hair back, but at the price of your reproductive prowess. Also, I've read recent news where Finasteride, and I posted this on my Facebook, Finasteride might be associated with increased um, incidences of suicide. So, you get your hair back, but it doesn't, it screws up your brain a little bit. Um, Now, I was looking at the drug interactions of finasteride. One of them is ginseng. So ginseng, and maybe I hope I mentioned ginseng in my further recordings, but ginseng is something that I personally consume. I drink it as a tea. I especially consume Korean ginseng just because it's available at Stop and Shop. Um, so that's cool. But finasteride has a drug interaction with ginseng because it results in hypoglycemia. Hypoglycemia means a very low blood sugar. So if you take ginseng with finasteride, your blood sugar drops way lower than it's supposed to be. So that means that ginseng and finasteride in conjunction are lowering your blood sugar. And whoa, I mean, sugar. I hope I don't forget to mention the bad parts of sugar, because sugar just about is no good regarding refined sugars, at least. Refined sugars, and then, there's a debate um, about the synthetic sugars, but I'm not gonna go into that right now. Finasteride is used in applications synonymous with uses of saw palmetto, which people use to reduce enlarged prostate, which is a natural plant, alpha tridol, dutasteride, episteride, and well, I wrote finasteride again, but all of those are, well, saw palmetto is a plant that grows everywhere. It grows in America, and it's used to reduce your enlarged prostate. But alpha tridol, dutasteride, episteride, and finasteride, those are all other brand names of the same thing that's called finasteride. If I said it again, it's because they're all the same. But alpha tridol, dutasteride, and episteride, those are used in Europe and other places in the world. I guess maybe I don't know why. Maybe it's whoever produces it doesn't want to use a copyrighted name, or maybe it's just slightly different, or some drugs have the same name. Okay, so finasteride, though, for women, it reduces women's hair growth. So it has the opposite effect that it has for men. In women, you give man finasteride, it either stops his hair loss or gives him new hair. You give it to a woman, it slows her hair growth. It doesn't help her at all. Women produce testosterone also, but not to the extent that we do. And if you look at the hormone cycle, a woman's hormonal cycle, their testosterone blood content, or I would call it blood content, isn't a constant throughout the months, especially their progesterone and estrogen levels are fluctuating throughout the month. So the manifestation of testosterone in their body is never balanced out with the other hormones. Anyhow, I don't want to get too much into that because I don't fully understand the hormones. They are very complicated. I won't get too much into that. Now, alpha tridol, which is another type of finasteride, has the side effect of increasing sebum production. Now, what's sebum? Now, sebum is the natural oil that your body produces on your scalp. So sebum is helping to moisturize your skin, and that's something that just oozes out of your skin. So, it's important to note that one of the brand name forms of finasteride helps to lubricate your scalp. Now, finasteride is also used in hormone treatment for those who are transitioning, for men who are transitioning into a trans woman, or men who are sexually transitioning. Finasteride is used as hormone therapy. Now, let's see here. I made some other notations. Saw palmetto is also a 5-alpha reductase inhibitor, just like finasteride. And it's also used to reduce the size of the prostate, saw palmetto. So if you have prostate issues and you're prescribed finasteride, and maybe you want to take some saw palmetto instead if you don't want to have the suicidal ideation or the impotence issues. And I'm not really gonna say much else about finasteride for right now. I just wanted to touch on it. It's in my little notebook that I created, that I wrote 2 years ago. And oh, here's another little notation that's useful to know. No. Finasteride does not aid in the healing of the pancreas. And I hope I talk about the pancreas later when I start talking about sugar and hormones. But that's it for right now. So I'll let you know that there's a few organizations or startup companies or companies that are fighting men's hair loss right now. One of them is called HIMS, HIMS. One of them is called Keeps. And maybe there are others. There are others. So what they do is they offer you internal medicine and external. So they'll give you minoxidil to apply topically, and they'll give you finasteride to ingest, to take orally, and also supplements. So, you know, that it's finasteride is being used widely out here. If you want to look into it, you talk to your physician. But like I said, the side effects are sexual dysfunction, because this drug was initially designed for chemical castration. It's just somebody said, whoop-de-doo, whoa, this is making my hair grow back. You know what I mean? But enjoy.